Alright.
Yeah, don't forget to tag me in that mouth.
I just did. What up, y'all?
Peace, peace, and peace.
Peace, love, and hair grease.
Come on in and get these young lessons, y'all. Let's go and get in.
Hey.
Y'all know how we do it. You feel me?
Hey, I don't know, bro. Like, I feel like I'm super excited about this episode. I don't even know what we're talking about.
I am too, man.
I don't even know what we're talking about. Like, I'm just excited because we at number 8, bro.
Real shit and stinging. You feel what I'm saying?
And hitting hard, like. But yo,
I ain't slowing up. You feel
not
me?
at all.
Peace, y'all. What's going on with it? Everybody coming in. Come on in. Get these lessons, baby. Come on in. You feel me?
But yeah, this your man Deshaun, the refined man. I got my boy Tajani Bay in the building.
Peace, everybody. Peace, peace.
Law class, man. Episode number 8. Hopefully, y'all been tuning in. Hopefully, y'all been watching on Facebook. Y'all been listening to the podcast. Constitution, make sure you have your book. By now, we done told y'all how to get it, how much it costs. It ain't no reason you shouldn't have this book.
Real shit.
$2. $2, man. And this is life-changing information. When I say the thinnest book, y'all, like, look how thin this book is.
At least 25, 30 minutes to read. Real shit.
At least.
Minimum.
At least. The number of pages in this book,
what,
that
like 43?
45.
45?
45 pages. 45 pages. And I'm telling you, dedicate 20 minutes a day to learn something out of it. And matter of fact, what's up, cuz? Matter of fact, I'm gonna put myself out there. I gotta stay on the board. Like, I'll pick it up and put it down because I be on the go, but this is a must. But I listen to the episodes at least once every day.
Real shit.
So I'm either getting it from the book or I'm listening back to what we heard.
Real shit. Yeah, real shit. At least it's, recycling in you, man.
Yeah.
Because, like, you don't want to just read it one time. Because even, like, I took a lot of notes, man, just to the simple fact. Because a lot of books weren't mine. You see what I'm saying? So where I was, I wrote that shit down. Like, I'm not going to rely on memory to just be like, well, even though I got a pretty good memory. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, my memory ain't that good.
But exactly. I'm not going to leave it up to chance or nothing. So a lot of shit I wrote down because it was where I was. And then, like I said, I moved and shit, so I ain't got a lot of my books.
Yeah.
So a lot of shit, I had to write down, get the PDF. You see what I'm saying? Whatever it takes, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because you see the value in knowing about it.
That's what I'm saying.
And matter of fact, listen, the value in what you are hearing, if you don't place value on this, you ain't gonna stay with it.
Exactly.
You ain't gonna stay with it. You gonna say it's some BS. You gonna say it's some whatever it is. Because if you don't put value on this information that they've been hiding from us, and it's not, matter of fact, I keep saying hiding, it ain't hidden. Because it's out there.
It's in plain sight.
It's in plain sight. It ain't hidden. We just don't know.
It's just not understood.
It's not understood. It's not understood.
That's all that shit is.
And if you don't understand it, you ain't gonna value it. You really ain't gonna value it.
Facts.
So, but yeah, I just had to put that out there. I just caught that and had to throw that out there.
Facts. But it's facts.
For real. So we getting into it. This episode is courts and jurisdictions.
Yep.
And I already see the information he already got ready for, so I'm I don't know why, I'm just excited about this episode. Yeah, I know we always gotta start with the Constitution.
Real shit. You know how we do it. You feel what I'm saying?
I always start with the Constitution. What page we on?
17. This is what today's shit is about.
We on page 17.
Article 3, page 17 in the Constitution. You feel what I'm saying?
Article 3, and I'm gonna let y'all follow along as I'm reading. It's gonna be backwards to y'all, but y'all get it.
Now, keep going. Now, listen what it says. Section 1 says, the judicial power of the United States shall be vested in one Supreme Court and in such inferior courts as the Congress may from time to time ordain and establish. The judges, both of the Supreme and inferior courts, they keep saying that inferior. Y'all got a peep game. Inferior. So that means state court is inferior.
Meaning?
Like, the laws they create is bullshit. That's why statutes, ordinances, and all that shit is not law.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
And they always pushing ordinances on
because they
people.
really ain't got power. That's the whole point of this shit. But anyway, power is really an illusion.
It is. It really is.
You see what I'm saying?
It
You
really
only
is.
believe this motherfucker got power because you was taught that badge gave him power. That's an illusion.
It's an illusion.
Think about this. Let's say you go to the club, right?
Mm-hmm.
It may be 200 niggas in the club, and they got about 10 bouncers.
Right.
If the club wanted to, they could destroy that motherfucker. You
Yeah.
feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Because they outnumbered anyway.
That's
And
how,
that's what they don't want. They don't want you to pay attention that we outnumber them.
man, we outnumber the European like 100 to 200 to 1 on Earth.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
ain't even got enough bullets.
Yeah. And they always, and not even just with that, with the, but that's another topic.
No, go ahead, man.
Melanated
Go.
people itself, they try to make it seem like our numbers are down and we not like, because they all, even when the census and stuff come out, they always say like it's not as many black people as it is of white people and all this other
You know
stuff.
why?
Why?
Because niggas believe they minorities.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm getting to. Because they don't want us to know how many of us it really is.
Yeah.
It's hell of a.
They
it's hell of a
number
lot.
1, 2 on us other than media.
Mhm.
Other than the media, they number 1, 2 is divide and conquer.
Yeah, for real, and that's a big one.
That's
That's
the media is pretty big though. The bullshit they put out on the media, that shit is large. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like I said, that's their whole thing. But let's get back to this shit real quick though. Now peep game, y'all.
What's up, Jazz? She said, "What's the name of the book y'all reading?" Oh, this is the Constitution. The Constitution of the
Peace,
United
Jasmine.
States. The
Peace,
Declaration of Independence. It's on Amazon. It's
$1.99.
$1.99. $1.99. $2 book. Hey, I bought like 10 of these books, and I've been passing them out. I done gave my Gail one, my sister one. Me and my son been reading through it.
That's good shit, man.
So yeah, let's get into it. Jazz, we in. Matter of fact, if you want to, you can look it up on Google. Search the article we reading. We in the Constitution. If you don't have your book already, you can Google it. Constitution. What section is this, bro?
Article 3, Section 1.
Article 3, Section 1.
Oh, y'all can Google this shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, y'all can look this up on Google.
Yep.
See, it ain't that you can't find information on Google.
It ain't.
You gotta know what you're looking for, and you gotta know how to cross-reference.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like cross-reference shit, cause there be some shit. I got some shit in here that's misleading, but I'm putting it in here to use that for an example. That when you know how to cross-reference,
Yeah.
you know how to what they call chew the meat and spit the bone.
Make sure you can see what's fact and what's not.
That's what I'm saying. Cause the European, they like I said, everything is Kabbalion.
Yeah.
They mix a little bit of the truth with the lie.
Mm-hmm.
And then they take it like a glass window and shatter that shit into 1,000,000 pieces.
Make you put
and
it
you
together.
gotta go through the pieces and put it together.
That's facts.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So pick the game.
All right.
I'm gonna start on that second paragraph after established.
Okay.
The judges, both of the Supreme and inferior courts, shall hold their offices doing good behavior, and shall at stated times receive for their services a compensation which shall not be diminished during their continuance in office.
Mm.
Turn the page, please. Now, peep game. Now, this is what we finna be talking about today. This right here, Section 2, Article 3, Section 2. Y'all write it down.
All right.
The judicial power shall extend to all cases, that's a period,
Mm-hmm.
in law and equity, that too,
Comma.
arising under this Constitution,
Mm.
the laws of the United States, and treaties made. That's
They
why I
keep
be
talking
giving
about
niggas
treaties.
You see what I'm saying? So you can't say that shit don't work.
Yeah.
Peep it. Or which shall be made under their authority to all cases affecting ambassadors. Now listen to this. Let me stop it right here. This when they finna start taking you jurisdiction.
Okay.
Now they finna start talking jurisdiction to you. Now peep this out. To all cases affecting ambassadors or other public ministers and councils, to all cases of admiralty and maritime jurisdiction. I'm going to do something on maritime. I forgot all about this.
I heard you talk about that.
Yeah, I'm going to do something about that. I keep forgetting. But peep the game. To controversies to which the United States shall be a party. Now, peep the game. So they telling you, like when you be getting shit in the mail, John Lewis, state versus John Lewis to appear in court. Right? This is telling you what got jurisdiction. Now, peep game.
Okay.
So it says to controversies to which the United States shall be a party. To controversies between two or more states. So if like Oklahoma and Arkansas got into it, they telling you the Supreme Court shall have jurisdiction of the beef. Now, peep game.
Okay.
Between a state and a citizen of another state, between citizens of different states, between citizens of the same state claiming land under grants of different states, and look what they put in the brackets, between a state or the citizens thereof.
The citizens.
So if a state trying to go against a citizen, listen to this, and foreign states, citizens or subjects. Listen to the next paragraph. In all cases affecting ambassadors, other public ministers and councils, and those in which a state shall be party, the Supreme Court shall have original jurisdiction.
Okay.
That's why nigga be giving niggas Supreme Court cases.
Okay. Because all them other cases ain't like anything below that is.
It's nothing. It's inferior courts, remember?
Wow.
So peep game. In all the other cases before mentioned, the Supreme Court shall have appellate jurisdiction. We're gonna define.
Oh, here it is.
We're gonna define the appellate jurisdiction. Matter of fact, where is it?
Man, I had lost my place.
I'm gonna show you what it means real quick, so we don't keep going over. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of people may not know what appellate jurisdiction means. So
I sure don't.
Exactly.
I ain't never heard of it.
We don't never go by words. We don't know what the meaning is.
All right.
Now, peep game, y'all.
What's good, y'all? If y'all got comments, leave them down there. Don't want to skip over nothing. Because there's a lot of stuff I don't know, too. We gonna learn it together.
Straight up. Now, peep game.
Hold on, let me turn it around.
So it's saying appellate jurisdiction refers to the power of a court to hear appeals from lower courts.
Okay, say that again.
Appellate jurisdiction refers to the power of a court to hear appeals from lower courts. So what they saying, when they saying that the Supreme Court gonna have appellate jurisdiction, basically it's gonna have supreme jurisdiction.
Okay.
That's what it's basically saying.
So it means that they're still over.
Yeah, they over shit.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Now check this out. Let me read the rest. I'm gonna read one more paragraph and then we're gonna go on with today's show, y'all. Peep the game. So it says the Supreme Court shall have original jurisdiction. You see what I'm saying?
Original jurisdiction.
That means you go there first, right?
Okay.
If you got original jurisdiction, why go to anything preceding?
Right.
Now peep game. Both as to law and fact with such exemptions and under such regulations as the Congress shall make. Now peep this out, y'all.
Okay.
Because all this shit finna tie in. The trial of all crimes. The trial of all crimes, except in cases of impeachment, shall be by jury. And such trials shall be held in the state where the said crime shall have been committed. But when not been committed within any state, the trial shall be at such place or places as Congress may by law have directed. Now peep the game. Listen what this shit is saying. When they say, let's say you get pulled over for a traffic infraction. See, we're going to talk about this shit today.
Okay.
We get pulled over by a traffic infraction, right? So you look at the police quizzical, like, man, what the fuck you pulling me over for?
Right.
And he be like, well, shit, you ran a red light. Did I commit a crime?
Yeah. Did I put anybody in danger?
No, not even that.
Okay.
Because you can say, yeah, on that.
Okay.
You ran a red light. Somebody could have been walking across the street. You see what I'm saying? Did I commit a crime by law? Did I commit a crime?
Okay.
So if he says no, or if he say, yeah, you commit a crime, you ran a red light.
Mm-hmm.
Well, according to the Constitution, Article 3, Section 2,
Mm-hmm.
if you say I committed a crime, I need a jury to decide on what the crime is.
Right. You can't decide that. Wow. Wow.
See why you read this shit?
So that's basically telling him you ain't had no business pulling me over.
We gonna get into all this shit today. Police only supposed to deal with you is if a crime been committed.
Okay.
That's Terry versus Ohio. Y'all write that down.
I remember I remember we talked about
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So now, let me show y'all something. I want y'all to see a couple of videos. Cause a lot of people be saying this shit don't be working and shit. Man, that law shit don't work.
Shit.
You get to talking that law shit to the police, they'll arrest you.
No, they won't. They can't.
Now, exactly. Now, y'all look this nigga up. Big Nick, South Florida accountability.
Big Nick, South Florida accountability.
Y'all gonna be on YouTube all day. At least learn some shit.
At least.
Y'all look this nigga up. Subscribe to his page.
Latifah, you supposed to be
He
working. You ain't
don't
supposed to
even
be
go
working.
as hard. I mean, I ain't gonna say he ain't hard, but I'm just saying I go a little deeper than him. But this is a black man speaking law. He ain't even got no nationality.
Wow.
That's why I'm showing y'all this.
Wow.
He ain't even got no treaties or none of that shit to throw up, but he know U.S. codes, man.
Yeah.
Now y'all pay attention to this shit. So y'all can see motherfuckers say it don't work.
What's your name and your badge number?
His name Big Nick.
First Amendment, you ever heard of it?
Y'all pick game.
Yeah, I'm trying to wait for you to say, act like you got some authority over public property. You have no authority on this public sidewalk. What's your name, buddy? Please do not kick this gentleman. Who do you think you are? You don't touch him with your foot. That's rude. He's on public property. You have no authority over him.
See how he giving these out now. This your security. Wait till you start talking to them crackers.
You don't have to leave public property at all. You don't have to leave public property. You don't have that authority. You don't. You don't. I don't. Yeah. Please show me. Please show me that authority. Thank you. You're on public property, sir. You are on public property. He runs this building, which is private property. The sidewalk is public property.
Straight up.
You see these signs right here that the city put up? You see this tree, these light poles that the city put up?
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't have to leave public. He's a tyrant. He don't know what he's talking about. You need to learn the law. Now
Listen.
you're going to be a YouTube star.
This nigga be going off bad on niggas. That's why I want y'all to study
You
this
don't have
shit.
any authority out here. I bet.
Trespass.
Now this the police, y'all. That's what I'm trying to get to, the police.
Can I help you, sir? See that sign right there? Trespassing sign? You're been duly trespassed.
What been doing just that? I'm on a public sidewalk.
No, you're not.
No, I'm on a public sidewalk.
See that?
I will fight you all day on that. I'm on a public sidewalk. What is your name and your badge number?
El Samawi 178.
Thank you.
All right, sir.
Now don't try to tell me to leave a public sidewalk. Make sure you don't try to tell me to leave a public sidewalk, sir.
This is a structure right here.
I'm on a public sidewalk, sir. Learn the law, sir.
See?
No, I want to get you to tell me that you're going to trespass me off a public sidewalk.
Yourself up.
Tell me that again. That you're going to trespass me off a public sidewalk and you're going to trespass me out of my friend's store who I have permission to go in there and I know the owner. Try to tell me that again, that you have that authority.
Sir,
Tell me that again.
there's trespass affidavits. They don't want people loitering around.
Right.
There's people drinking alcohol.
I'm not drinking alcohol. You just tried to trespass me. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about
He ain't even letting
You
them
just
talk.
Stop interfering with me because I'm dealing
I'm
with
not
something.
interfering with you. You address me.
Then go across.
No, I'm going to stay on this sidewalk.
There you go.
I'm going to stay on this side while you address me.
Don't get into my vicinity, all right? You got it?
No, I don't have that.
Good luck. Sir, you need to step away from me.
You came towards him.
You walked up to the camera, man. Who you think you're trying to intimidate?
Do you have anything better to do?
Who you think you're trying to intimidate? It don't work here, buddy.
Look at that boy star.
Word.
You can't tell him.
Oh,
That's not true. I've been knowing him for years. I've never given him problems. That's not true. You can't do that, cockroach.
Cockroach.
You can't do that, cockroach. I don't want to talk to you. You work for me. I don't work for you. Shut, roach.
Watch this.
What'd he say? What'd he say at the bottom?
Signs big dick.
Oh.
My bad.
Why they park like that?
That's what he's doing.
Oh, you want to be a YouTube star, don't you, Rivera? You don't know who I am right now? You want to be a YouTube
See?
star?
Time out. Time
He
out.
said, "You know who I
Time
am?"
out. Time out. Let me say, I'm gonna put the camera. Flip the camera.
He said, "Dude,
Now y'all peep game. Just like let's say if a nigga riding with big shit in drugs and shit in his car, and he get pulled over and shit, and they arrest his ass with that shit in the car.
Yeah.
That police gonna start telling all other police officers to look out for that car.
Yeah.
Cause this nigga gonna have something in it.
Yeah.
When you know law,
Yeah.
the Crockers gonna talk about your ass the same way.
Yeah.
Oh, you big Nick, ain't you? Yeah, we heard about you, man. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cause he know law, and this is a United States citizen.
Yeah.
Don't tell me this shit don't work.
Yeah.
Everything is bound by law, y'all. Y'all gonna see it. Check peep the game. They know him by his government name.
Oh, you want to be a YouTube star, don't you, Rivera? You don't know who I am?
Remember what he said? He said, nah.
Ramirez.
No. He said, nah. He said, you want to be a YouTube star? He was like, nah.
Yeah.
Nah, I know who you is. You
wanna
get
be
me
a
on
YouTube
camera.
star. What's the name of your badge number? What's your badge number?
708.
70. You gonna be my YouTube star, Ramirez? Cause all you have to do is just shut your mouth and let me do what I do. But you want to be a star.
Look at this.
Situation one.
Look at this. Why he ain't getting whooped?
Right.
Why he ain't getting whooped?
That's not up to
Because he
you.
know what they can't do.
That's what
That's not up
I'm
to you.
listen what I'm saying. It's power in this shit, man. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
I was just gonna record a situation like I always do, but you gotta interject yourself. You gotta be a clown. So I'm gonna make sure everybody see Ramirez is a clown. I'm not even focused on him now, it's on you.
Look, and the girl ain't turned around.
Ain't
Look.
nobody even trying to look at this nigga.
You're a public servant.
What'd he say? Ah, they put the baby face on there.
Yeah. Peep game talking about this shit don't work. Hell yeah, it is a little bit. Now peep the gang go to another scene. Matter of fact, hold on, y'all. You know how we got the commercials on YouTube, y'all.
I hate them.
But I want y'all to see this shit, man. So you can't tell me this shit don't work.
Yep.
Look at this. I seen when that nigga helped somebody else out.
What's the name of your badge number?
1599, it's Officer Stroud. What's going on?
Officer Stroud, you attempted to subvert my First Amendment right to exercise my free speech. I'm just making sure you're not attempting to try to stop me from exercising the constitutional right, that's all.
See what everybody
You got it. Nick.
listen, y'all. Everybody knows this nigga.
You got
This
it,
nigga
Nick.
goes around in South Florida and terrorizes the terrorists.
Making sure he got him in check.
You feel why ain't they whooping him and shit if it don't work? Why ain't they beating him up and shit? They know him by first name. Hey man, Nick, go ahead, Nick.
Yeah.
We ain't even trying to fuck with you, Nick.
I'm sure they seen this picture before they even hit the street. Hey, look
They
out for
know,
him.
man. They know.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You get to talking that constitutional shit, know what you talking about,
Yeah.
and you add established laws with that. There is a case. He knows that.
Man, if 500 niggas knew that.
Listen, man. I try to aim for the hood niggas and shit. Cause I come from that cut. You feel what I'm saying? And I know them the niggas be running and being the most shit.
Yeah.
When a lot of that shit you ain't even gotta do this shit, man. That's what I'm trying to put them on game, bro. You
Hey,
feel me?
all my hood cats, hey,
Peep the game.
This information will save your ass. I'm telling
If
you.
you're gonna be in the streets, know how to move, man.
Know how
it
to
ain't just
move.
not how to move with the ops, and if you moving this or that,
Yeah.
know how to move. Whether you can set a wall with the police, nigga, just by laws.
Period.
You can create laws backward means walls.
Yeah. Wow.
So if you don't know the laws, you hit invisible walls.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
For real.
So peep the game. Check this out. We're gonna watch a little bit more and then we're gonna get into the lesson. I just want to show y'all the different
Yeah.
encounters he had with this a black nigga, what you call a black nigga.
Yeah.
All the different encounters he had with the police. They ain't whooped him.
I mean, video me all you want.
See?
You got a good side of it?
There's a good
Nice.
side,
Hey,
there's a bad
play.
side.
Ah. Talking dirty to him.
Now he just fucking with him. They let the girl go mysteriously.
They helped me recover my car.
See?
Somebody in this neighborhood is stealing my car. These officers right there found my car.
She say she code speaking.
Oh yeah.
How she code speaking?
First of all, the recovery, like the way she said, you know, they helped. You know, she could have been like, "Well, they helped me find my car." If it was a regular
yeah.
shit. She using law terms.
You
Speaking
know
of
I
this,
have every right to record anything I can see in public. Come on, man. What do you think you're dealing with? You know, you just wanted to come and be a YouTube star,
See
didn't
what
you?
I'm saying?
Yes, you did, because you know better than telling me that.
See, he's
You know
laughing.
better than telling me that.
Well, you know that law for
Yes,
real, man.
Everywhere recording everything.
Well, you know that law for real, y'all.
So I have the right to record anything I can see in public.
Yeah, let me finish.
Yeah, but you gotta say you gotta say you don't think it's right. You can't tell me I don't have the right.
You didn't have the right.
Yes, you did. It's on camera.
But it's not why I say citizen. You don't have that right.
See?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have the right.
Yes, you did. It's on camera.
But that's my mistake for saying that.
Okay.
What?
My opinion doesn't matter.
You can't videotape at the door, man.
See, this nigga, hold on, y'all. But that's it. That's all I'm the show for right now. You know what I mean? Y'all niggas check this nigga out on y'all own. Big Nick, man. This nigga go around South Florida
Yeah.
terrorizing.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Don't tell me this law shit don't work.
Yeah.
And he ain't even really giving heavy law. That's what
Right.
he only giving Constitution.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody even peep that shit.
Yeah. Wow.
He only just dropping Constitution on him.
He ain't even gone there. Wow.
Don't tell me it don't work, man. That's what I'm saying. Come on, let's get into it. Now, peep game. Now, what gives like courts, and you know, we're gonna talk about courts now.
Okay.
What gives courts jurisdiction? So, peep game. There are three prerequisites a trial court must satisfy before it can entertain a plaintiff's claim. The three preferences are
Prerequisites.
yeah.
Pre-
You know what I'm trying to say. Now peep the game. Jurisdiction over the parties or things usually referred to as personal jurisdiction. We're gonna define that.
Okay.
Jurisdiction over the subject matter. We're gonna define that.
Hmm.
And proper venue. So peep the game. What is subject matter? Subject matter is the power of a court to adjudicate a particular type of matter and provide the remedy demanded. So adjudicate mean
What is it? What is it?
adjudicate.
Adju.
It's resolving a dispute or deciding a case. That's what adjudicate means. So when you adjudicate, when the judge adjudicates, he resolves a dispute or decides on the case. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
So peep it out. So subject matter jurisdiction. A court must have jurisdiction to enter a valid, enforceable judgment on a claim. I'm going to say that again. A court must have jurisdiction to enter a valid, enforceable judgment on a claim. That means if you're not a part of the government,
Mm-hmm.
if you're not a part of the government, if you're not a part of the United States,
Turn around.
if you're not a part of the United States,
Mm-hmm.
then it means they don't have jurisdiction over you, man.
So as long as you keep saying you black and keep registering,
Black
all
is
that-
is property of the United States,
Exactly.
just like African American.
yeah.
And as I showed you last video,
Mm-hmm.
you not considered a citizen.
Right.
Period. That's what I'm saying. Niggas can march up and down, left and right of the streets.
Yeah.
Nothing's
All they
gonna
want.
change.
Yeah. That's why I said, man, I keep telling people that marching and all that interaction with the police, that ain't doing nothing. Y'all fueling their system.
Voting is fueling the system. How many times have shit happened and niggas told niggas to vote?
And ain't nothing changed.
That's what. Come on, man.
Dude, I was in the barbershop earlier, me and my son, and on the news, my son was sitting next to me, and I was telling him, I was like, I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I was telling him, because they was on there talking about something with Trump stupid ass, and I'm like, man, this dude is a clown, like, and he was
But
talking
I'm gonna tell
about,
you, Trump's smarter than what people think, man.
yes, because he's using what he's saying, like, he's using the way that he's taught to get him ahead. It's like, oh no, he fueling the shit, talking about, like, he was saying something about if he don't win, the election is rigged and all that stuff. So he basically telling them.
But a lot of that shit be kind of true though, man. Like that's what I be saying, man, because it is a deep state, and the Democrats, that shit is bad. Like
Yeah.
nobody's supposed to be a Democrat. Nowhere in here is democracy.
Yeah.
If this supposed to be the supreme law of the land, why y'all niggas Democrats?
It don't mean nothing.
You see what I'm saying?
That's fueling everything.
Listen. The European needs the attention, man. The devil needs the attention of the gods, man. Y'all gotta understand that.
Yeah.
If my vote don't count, why they do it? Because they need you to put their energy in this shit.
Right. To
You
make it
see
seem
what-
like it
yeah.
got value. And
For
rank.
you to be a part of their shit and not your own.
Man.
When you could be running your own shit, you ain't even gotta deal with them.
Cause shit, not dealing with them. Like you said, they gotta get up off the land.
It's just like anything that you don't pay attention to, it'll die. Like if a newborn baby came in this earth and niggas just ignored it, even if you fed it, it'll die.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers thrive off of attention. That's why everything is to grab your attention.
Yeah. Right. Damn.
Really, the 7 deadly sins is the senses. When you start studying metaphysics,
Damn. Is the sentence
senses.
senses? Oh.
You feel what I'm saying? Because that what make you want to do shit. That what make you commit what you call the sin.
Wow. Damn.
You feel me? So peep the game. Let's get back to it. So what they saying is a court must have jurisdiction to enter a valid, enforceable judgment on a claim. Remember, everything you do is contract with them.
Yeah.
Because everything they have to do has to be in commerce.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Now peep game. Where jurisdiction is lacking, litigants, through various procedure mechanisms, may retroactively challenge the validity of a judgment. Jurisdiction may be broken down into 2 categories: personal jurisdiction and subject matter jurisdiction. Personal jurisdiction is the requirement. That a given court have power over the defendant based on minimum contacts with the forum.
Wow.
So the forum is refers to the court in which a lawsuit is filed or in which a hearing or trial is conducted. Now peep game. So what they saying is you gotta have personal jurisdiction is the requirement that gives a court to have the power over a defendant based on minimum contact with the forum. Subject matter jurisdiction is the requirement that that a given court have power to hear the specific kind of claim that is brought to that court. While litigating parties may waive personal jurisdiction, they cannot waive subject matter jurisdiction.
Wow. Wow.
So if it's only two, it takes them two of these to have jurisdiction.
Two personal
Jurisdiction. The courts must have personal jurisdiction over you as well as subject matter jurisdiction.
So
if they lack one of these categories,
they don't
have jurisdiction over the subject matter. Therefore, it's gone.
So we going to court and we don't have to go to court.
See, but now as niggas, yeah, you gotta go. Or you can do a special appearance. Remember, I did something on this shit.
Yeah.
See, that's why you gotta watch this shit in totality. Cause shit be, maybe 3 videos ago may go with this shit.
Right.
Cause see, what I try to do, like with Marvel, what they did with Avengers and all that shit, they put all these different movies and just made one big ass movie.
Yeah.
So if you watch all this shit, you get a way broader problem. You see what I'm saying?
That's why if you miss one, you ain't gonna.
You don't even know what's happening. That's what I'm saying. So that's what I try to do with these classes.
Okay.
I try to put that shit in order so you can just watch it flow.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And then we pick up on new shit as we go. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now peep the game.
That makes sense.
Peep the game, y'all. In federal court, which is the Supreme Court, under the Federal Rules of Civil Procedures, there are the Federal Rules of Civil Procedures as amended to December 1, 2008.
18.
Yeah, 2018, excuse me. See, so y'all can check that out. We ain't gonna go through all of it, but that's why I just want to show y'all what it is. Peep the game. A motion to dismiss for lack of subject matter jurisdiction is considered a favored defense and may be raised at any point in the litigation process, even if the parties have previously argued that subject matter jurisdiction existed.
Wow.
In fact, the court may dismiss a case sua sponte on its own for lack of subject matter jurisdiction. See, a lot of shit is in Latin. Remember, y'all, I told y'all this before. Moors invented the language of Latin, not no goddamn Greeks, because the real Greeks was the Etruscans. Guess what the Etruscans was? Niggas. So either way they want to look at it, niggas wrote goddamn Latin.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
See, when you know shit, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah. Wow.
How the cracker gonna be a slave for 4,800 years and write Greek? Come on, man. You feel? But anyway, like I'm saying, a lot of shit is wrote in Latin because we are the motherfucking descendants of the Moors in Spain. That's why America's #1 language is Latin.
Yeah. Damn.
You feel me?
Boy, it's so much stuff we gotta learn, y'all.
So when they put shit in Latin, that's your language.
Yeah.
Why they say Latin is a lost language or a dead language? Because the Latin niggas ain't speaking it.
Right. And that, because for a minute, remember I told you they had Latin in school for a minute?
Yeah. That's where magic comes from.
Wow.
Alchemy comes from the Moors in Spain. So the niggas in Spain created alchemy. And if they was speaking Latin, doing them magical verses, then what you see what I'm saying?
Damn.
So of course they ain't gonna, not a nigga to teach them. You get a hold of that Punic Latin type shit. That's what I'm finna start studying before I die. I'm gonna learn that Punic Latin. Now I'm gonna get the goddamn man. Listen.
How do you learn it?
Just like anything else.
Like the classes online?
Yeah. Man, it's 2020. Ain't nothing you can't find out what to do.
Yeah, for real.
If you don't know how to do something by now, you lazy, then you sorry in this life. You probably sorry the last life. Excuse me. I ain't talking about nobody, but I'm just saying. I'm just making it the point that it ain't nothing you can't find out. You know what I mean? I ain't knocking niggas. I'm just really trying to be, quizzical and funny and shit.
But it's for real.
But I'm just saying. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you can't find out what to do today, man, like you know what I mean? You slow. So a lot of this law is in Latin because the Moors
created the law.
There you go. Now, peep game. This is what personal jurisdiction means.
Can y'all see that?
We seen what subject matter jurisdiction was.
Uh-huh.
This is what personal jurisdiction. Personal jurisdiction refers to the power that a court has to make a decision regarding the party being sued in a case. Before a court can exercise power over a party, the U.S. Constitution requires that the party has certain minimum contacts with the forum in which the court sits. That's the court case. International Shoe versus Washington, 326, U.S. 310, 1945. So if the plaintiff sues a defendant, that defendant can object to the suit by arguing that the court does not have personal jurisdiction over the defendant.
Wow.
You feel what I'm saying? When you appear in court,
Yeah.
I should have put that down. I didn't even think about this shit, but I should have
We talked
put.
about that too.
Yeah, but I should have showed you that definition. Matter of fact, let me show you what the legal definition of appear means,
Yeah.
because all this shit tie in.
Please tell them. Can y'all see the words all right?
Now listen to this. In law, when you appear in court, it's from Latin apere. You feel it? Everything go back to Latin, man. We were some hard niggas.
Damn.
Man, I can't wait till y'all start reading the history of Moors. Moors were some hard niggas. That's who you are. That's the royalty niggas come from. It's not Egypt.
Yeah.
We the ones that build Egypt, niggas.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to. Nigga, if we sitting on top of Egypt, if we running Egypt, that mean what?
That's ours.
That's what I'm saying.
It was our cribs.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna put nobody over my shit.
No.
So if I set something up, but I govern it, that mean I run that shit.
Yeah.
Once y'all start studying the history of Moors, you're gonna see. But peep game.
So what was the pyramids then originally? Was it
That
just
shit,
like-
it had multiple reasons. I heard multiple stories on that shit.
Mhm.
Not only was it initiation grounds, you feel what I'm saying?
I heard that.
It was initiation grounds. I heard them motherfuckers was computers.
Damn.
I heard them motherfuckers was airports. That's what
I
niggas went
heard
to
that.
go through. Sir, you know, you want to go to this part of the earth and shit.
Yeah.
You stand by a pyramid. You was able to dissolve your body, reappear at that nearest airport, and then how you know Shoelace Express it the rest of the way. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Then I heard that the pyramid, each goddamn stone on that motherfucker's a music note.
That's why
So them
I
motherfuckers.
seen
Listen,
that.
man, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Man, once y'all understand how hard we was, man.
Yeah.
Like, man, they say even in the pyramids, the reason why they can't even open some of that shit,
Yeah.
because some of that shit you gotta hit certain notes.
Yeah.
Because that's how niggas did a lot of dimensional traveling, man.
Mhm.
It ain't in no spaceship, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta use them tones, bro.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? That's what niggas was on. That's why each pyramid, you go through that motherfucker player guy. You know, little xylophone and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
You go through that, do that shit with the pyramid blocks.
Yeah.
You
They
feel
ain't
what I'm
gonna
saying?
never- They ain't gonna never
Man, they say
unlock
it's
it.
certain shit like you gotta use light a certain way up in there to unlock certain doors and shit. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man.
That's why a lot of that shit that they be putting in movies that had like keys where it be like the light coming. through the
Yeah,
light
come through a
time.
certain way. See, but
Yeah.
the light not only mean knowledge, but the literal light.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Wow.
So that's what, because really that's how God relate. This is what I learned from Bible Philip Valentine.
Uh-huh.
The sun is the relay system. You see what I'm saying? Like if God wanted to get a message to us, what you call God,
Mhm.
if so-called God wanted to get the message to us where we at,
Mm-hmm.
it'll send its intentions,
Yeah.
and the sun is the relay, and through the sun rays we absorb it with the melody.
Wow.
That's why the melanocytes is called the hand of God, because it literally look like a hand, bro.
Wow.
You feel me?
Wow.
So that's what I'm saying, man. But check it out. Let's get back to this shit. We
That
got
was a
you feel
detour.
what I'm saying? Hell yeah.
That
But
was a
peep,
detour.
peep the game. So in law, appearance, from Latin apperire, to appear, is the coming into court of either of the parties to a lawsuit and or the formal act by which a defendant submits himself to the jurisdiction of the court.
Hmm.
So if you just go to court and appear,
you
can't now they got subject matter jurisdiction over you, man.
Wow.
That's why you got to make a special appearance. That's what I do. Check it out.
Yeah. Damn.
The personal attendance in court of a party or attorney for the sole purpose of arguing that the court does not have personal jurisdiction over that party.
What?
Quite often, an attorney will make a special appearance to protect the interests of a political client, but before a fee has been paid or arranged. So they're just saying what the lawyer do. But when I make a special, because I'm challenging jurisdiction, I'm not a United States citizen, and I can prove I'm not.
So you proving it is by having your Moorish
ID, paperwork, and shit. Can you tell me I'm something else?
Wow. And that means that any tickets or any whatever is thrown out because they don't have jurisdiction.
There you go.
Matter of fact,
there you go, man.
that's what old boy was talking about in that one video when he was in the truck and he was saying,
Oh,
y'all don't
contract.
he said, y'all don't have jurisdiction over me.
That's what he's talking about, man. That's what he's talking about.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it all ties in together.
That's what I try to tell you. It all ties together.
Wow.
You feel me?
It all ties together, y'all.
So when you make a special appearance, you go there to argue that the court does not have personal jurisdiction over you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That's hard.
That's why we gotta study law. See what I'm saying? You can object to the suit by arguing that the court does not have personal jurisdiction by making a special appearance. And even as a U.S. citizen, especially on some traffic ticket shit.
Yeah.
I'm talking about especially like some traffic ticket shit.
Right.
Now, one thing, hold on, look at me. Now, one thing you can't do, man, like, listen to this. Like, a lot of motherfuckers think, you know, they can get out here and do crime and shit and then try to get a Moorish name and shit. And, like, you ain't gonna have to pay for that shit because they ain't got jurisdiction. What you fail to understand is law.
Yeah.
Because if you did a crime against goddamn a business or an establishment, which is commercial, and if everything the law is commercial, you just violated them. So that just gave them right to arrest your ass.
Wow.
So you can't just get out here and do shit and then, hey, I want to be a boy today.
Yeah.
Nah, it don't work like that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
It's still laws you gotta follow.
It's like, that, exactly. Like, just because you a mortal mean you can rob and shoot niggas. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
Right. That just mean that they can't fuck with you.
They can't fuck with you on petty shit.
Yeah.
Stopping, frisking,
That'll
searches,
shut
and all that
that
shit
shit
down.
off.
That's what I'm saying. It'll shut all that down.
All of it.
You see what I'm saying? So peep the game, y'all.
And that'll slowly break that system down.
Exactly, bro. Facts. That was hard as hell what you just said.
Yeah.
Real shit.
Slowly break it
It'll
down.
break it down. That's how they got power.
Yeah.
By slowly chipping.
Yep. What you call it? 1,000 slashes?
Death by 1,000 cuts.
Yeah. Death by 1,000 cuts. Yeah.
So what you want to do, man, even as a U.S. citizen, you can still make a special appearance because according to Article 3, Section 2 of the Constitution, it says the state, when the state is beefing, paraphrasing, but it's right here, if the state is beefing with a citizen, the Supreme Court has jurisdiction.
Yeah.
So study Supreme Court laws.
Because you can you can smash all
Just
that.
smash all of it.
Like, hey.
And then
what the
according to
Supreme Court
Article
say.
4, these motherfuckers take the oath of office. No, Article 6, excuse me, y'all. They take the third paragraph, the senator aforementioned state legislators and all executive and judicial officers, both of the United States and the shall be bound by oath or affirmation to support the Constitution.
They gotta follow it.
Or that's treason. Simple.
Yeah.
Any violation of the Constitution is called treason. So the Constitution say I can do, I'm giving you clear established laws and Constitution to say I can do shit, and you still fucking with me, that is treason at the highest level, one of the highest levels.
Wow. Because they know it and you still want to pursue it. And
That means you're a terrorist. You ain't even upholding the oath.
Wow.
You terrorizing.
Wow.
You feel me? So peep the game. Now, court and road structures. So I want y'all to see this. That's why I give y'all Supreme Court cases. Because the Supreme Court is the highest court in the United States.
Article 3.
Article 3 of the U.S. Constitution created the Supreme Court and authorized Congress to pass laws establishing a system of lower courts. In the federal court system, that's what I'm saying, Supreme Court is federal court. Federal courts is treaties and contracts. Peep the game.
So is that why? So is that what when people go to the feds, they dealing with Supreme cases? Is that or is that two different?
That's a little different, man. That's just they did that shit to lock niggas in for more time. You see what I'm saying? Because if they could get you on the RICO, they could get you everybody.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's a little different. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
That shit with the that kind of shit that work a little different. You see what I'm saying? I'm just dealing with state shit right now.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The feds a little bit different. You see what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
now you fucking with the big leagues.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? But peep game. So it says in the federal court systems present for the 94th district level, trial courts and 13 courts of appeals sit below the Supreme Court. So all other courts, states and all that shit sits below Supreme Court. Now peep the game. What's the highest court in the United States? It's the Supreme Court. You see what I'm saying? So when you see what does the Supreme Court do, it tells you the Supreme Court is charged with the ensuring the American people the promise of equal justice under law and thereby also functions as the guardian and interpreter of the Constitution.
Wow.
The Supreme Court is distinctly American in concept and function. That's what Chief Justice Charles Evans said.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? So why is the Supreme Court so important? Because they play a role in the constitutional system of government. First, as the highest court in the land, it is the court of last resort for those looking for justice. Wow. Third, it protects civil rights and liberties, striking down laws, listen to this, striking down laws that violate the Constitution.
Wow.
So when a nigga giving you Supreme Court cases along with the Constitution, this is how you strike down inferior court laws.
Damn.
Because you coming in what you call order.
Wow.
You feel me?
Dude.
So
but again, because you got civil rights in there. Remember we talked about civil rights.
But see, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm using that too. Because remember what civil means.
Right. So.
But when you're dealing with treaties, that's civil.
So they got two different meanings on it then?
No. You know it do. I told you. I showed you that.
Yeah.
Civil means peaceful and shit.
Right.
So that means when the cracker kills somebody and they say it's a civil matter, it's nice in nature. Because it's dealing with that's what niggas don't understand. That's why you don't ask for civil rights. That's the whole point of me showing you that. The difference between civil rights and human rights.
Right.
Because when you're dealing with civil rights, I mean, you see what I'm saying? You're dealing with how a motherfucker treated you, disrespected you.
Wow.
Or discrimination, like it said. It said discrimination.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
But doing it here is at a different level. Then is that?
Nah. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to show you. The laws, the civil rights and liberties, what they talking about, they talking about goddamn as far as rights and contract.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Remember, Supreme Court deals with contracts and treaties.
Yeah.
That's why when you go to the Supreme Court, you start throwing out a whole bunch of treaties and you see what I'm saying? Constitution and treaties.
Yeah.
They fuck that code shit.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
So this shit, like I said, civil means nice and polite.
Right.
So when you have treaties, that's you and another motherfucker trying to be nice and polite to each other.
Okay. Okay.
But nice and polite don't apply when a motherfucker smoked you. You see, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm showing you.
Okay. I got you.
You see what I'm saying? Civil, that shit means that's contract shit.
Wow. Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But once again, when you have them kind of interactions with the police, those are considered contracts.
Yeah.
Verbal contracts.
Yeah, because you said the more you talk to them, the more you get into contract with them.
Or if you argue, even if it's a standoff,
Yeah.
and you going back and forth with them, those are contracts. You creating right there. Bonds.
Yeah.
Verbal contracts or bonds. So peep the game.
Uh-oh. Bless New said, peace, Islam, my people.
Islam bless new. What's going on, guys?
What up? What up? But yeah, go ahead, Michael.
Peep the game. So yeah, I told you what appellate jurisdiction was. I already showed you that.
Yeah.
Now peep this out. The original jurisdiction of the United States Supreme Court. Now let's peep this game. Supreme Court original jurisdiction. The original jurisdiction of the Supreme Court is the court's authority to hear and decide certain types of cases before they have been heard by any lower court. The Supreme Court's jurisdiction is established in Article 3, Section 2 of the Constitution, and further defined by federal law. The Supreme Court's original jurisdiction applies to cases involving disputes between states, actions involving various public officials, disputes between the United States and a state. See, that means that's different.
Yeah.
So if a state is a part of the United States, how can the United States beef with a state?
But we already know that the U.S. ain't a...
United States of America. The of in law means something that is not.
Really? Wow.
So that's why they say the United States of America, because it's the United States, but it is not America.
That's crazy.
That's why I say the definitions be different in law.
That's crazy.
You feel what I'm saying?
So,
Go ahead.
I was going to say, because if it ain't...
If the United States was America, why not just call it simply America?
So, that's just like saying... Well, no, I can't say that. Because basically, like, I see how the will say... Will throw it off and say, meaning that it's not something. Because even if you say, like, not talking about the United States of America, when you say blank of the shirt or pocket of the shirt, that's not...
That's not the same.
It's not the same, though.
That's what I'm saying. It's the pocket on the... You know, it's the pocket, but it's not the shirt.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Makes sense.
It's just on the shirt.
Right.
But
Like
it's not the shirt.
Like
Nobody's looking at your shirt for the pocket. You see what I'm saying?
I got you.
So the of is to separate.
Wow.
That's why either you're going to be a United States citizen or you're going to be an American. You see what I'm saying? That's why the European be calling themselves Americans. But peep the game. Now.
But they ain't.
Nope, we already showed that. Peep the game. Disputes between states, actions involving various public officials, disputes between the United States and a state, and proceeding by a state against the citizens or aliens of another state. Remember, I told you there were 4 different kind of classes in the United States. You got national, citizens, subjects, and aliens. Niggas who in that subject shit is their contract with that third, what they say, you treat me like a third-class citizen because you are.
Wow. Wow.
When you call yourself black, that's calling yourself a third-class citizen.
Wow.
When you call yourself African American, you're just above an alien. Matter of fact, I meant to put, damn, I just thought about this shit.
What?
Last year, a Mexican dude got shot by the police and killed somewhere like, well, you know, the West Coast somewhere.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And in the news article, it said, alien, you know, they gave his name, say he was an alien, and the sheriff said he ain't had no constitutional rights.
Wow.
You said, I'm going to show that shit next time.
Wow.
I just got a lot more to talk about. You see what I'm saying? But I'm going to show that next time.
Okay.
But check it out. But yeah, see, when you call yourself black, you just above an alien in status. Now, peep the game. Under the Supreme Court's 1803 Marbury versus Madison decision, the U.S. Congress may not alter the scope of the court's original jurisdiction. So that means that the state cannot, if you're giving them Supreme Court laws, man,
Yeah. The state can't do nothing with
they
it.
can't do them. They could say some shit at first,
But they gotta take it.
but that's why you gotta know law to where you can challenge them, and then you can start challenging their oath.
Wow.
Well, how you give me all this pushback if the see? That's let me say something real quick. Like I said before, this one thing I be hearing this all the time. Moors think they above the law. Niggas don't think we above the law. First of all, we created the law.
Right.
Second of all, it's just like in football and basketball.
Mm-hmm.
It's always ways to bend the game, man.
Yeah.
It's rules and shit plays, but you can bend the rules.
Yeah.
Just like Jordan used to grab niggas all the time, but he did it so slick that the ref couldn't see it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's not that Moors think they're above law. We know law. Why study it if you above it?
Right. Yeah.
You see
That
what I'm
makes
saying?
sense.
That's what I'm saying. Why study law if I feel like I'm gonna be above law?
Right. There ain't no point in studying.
It's you study the law to see what you can do and what they can't do.
Right. Fact.
That's it.
What's the point of studying then?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if Moors think they're above the law, they wouldn't do all this fucking reading and shit
Right.
to try to learn this shit.
Right.
I just walk around bougie or something as far as with the interaction with the
Mhm.
police. Hey man, you can't talk to me.
Right.
I just pull out my ID. I'm a boy.
Right.
Can't do it.
Yeah. Don't work like that.
You see what I'm saying? So you study law, so it's just like magic.
Mm-hmm.
You study the spells and shit, so you know what to do.
Yeah.
And then you know what you can't do. You see what I'm saying? Now peep game. So original jurisdiction
Mm-hmm.
is the power of a court to hear and decide a case before it has been heard and decided by any lower court. In other words, it is a court's power to hear and decide a case before appellate review. We just talked about what that was.
Yeah.
So now they talking about the fast track to the Supreme Court. I'm gonna skip a little bit.
Okay.
But check this out. The exact wording of Article 3, Section 2 of the Supreme Court. This is in the Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
It says in all cases, that's what I just read to y'all. In all cases affecting ambassadors, other public ministers, and councils, and those in which a state shall be a party, the Supreme Court shall have original jurisdiction. In all other cases before mentioned, the Supreme Court shall have appellate jurisdiction, both as to law and fact. Law and fact, the Supreme Court has that. Has appellate jurisdiction.
Wow.
And under such regulations as Congress shall make.
Hmm.
So what they telling you, that's what I'm saying, man. They telling you that the Supreme Court decides goddamn law. Listen to this. Is a Supreme Court decision a law? Now I want y'all to see this. Peep the game. Is a Supreme Court decision a law? Indeed.
Yes, indeed.
It has been the Supreme Court itself that has determined that their decision be binding on future cases. So when you use the supreme laws a nigga be giving you,
Yeah.
that is law. Those are not What you think a nigga give you a court case for? To see what these niggas was talking about in the room?
Right. That's law.
It's to give it to you because these are laws. Once the Supreme Court decides something, it takes the Supreme Court to overturn this shit.
Wow.
I don't give a fuck what the state, none of this shit say.
It don't mean nothing.
That shit don't mean nothing.
No.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Supreme Court, this the highest hand on the law. You study the highest law. It's just like anything else. Why would you want to study how to be the mediocre nigga to do something?
It's a waste of time.
So if you want to be the best or something, you study the best shit.
Yep.
If you want to be supreme on the law, you study supreme. It's in the name.
Right.
Supreme.
Supreme.
You
Over
feel me?
everything. Over everything. Yeah.
Nothing above. Peep the game. So if you ask, is a Supreme Court decision a law? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It has been it has been the Supreme Court itself that has demanded that their decision be binding on future cases. The traditional view has held that once the Supreme Court makes a decision, that decision becomes the law of the land and cannot be overturned.
Yeah.
Except through an act of Congress or constitutional amendment.
Yeah. Wow.
This is why you deal in Supreme Court cases, because those are laws. That's the only thing that said laws.
Yeah.
So if the European try to come to you with you're violating statute such and such. Wait a minute. That's how you gotta talk to them sometimes.
Yeah.
Not every time, but sometimes.
Sometimes.
Now wait a minute.
Yeah.
Now according to the goddamn Supreme Court case, such and such and such and such, you can't even do this.
Right.
And along with Article 6 of the Constitution, you took an oath.
Right.
And you gotta do what you think they're gonna say, man. You see
Nothing.
Big Nick. He going around making it his sole job to talk greasy to the police.
And they can't do nothing.
They know him by first name, man. Get out here, Nick. Why he ain't getting whooped? Why he ain't got put in jail for it?
Putting them in their place.
Why Big Nick ain't in jail?
Yeah. Yeah.
If the law don't work.
Right.
This nigga got what 100-something videos going around his town. Fucking with the police. Fucking with the police.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I wanted to show y'all one of them. It was these little young niggas. The police ran up on these niggas harassing them. Man, that nigga walked up on them and started giving them the business. Left everybody alone.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So don't tell me this shit don't work.
Exactly.
Keep going. So the Supreme Court makes all the decisions. You see, what the Supreme Court rules on becomes the law of the land.
Yeah.
Period. So you use Supreme Court cases to goddamn stand as law.
That's why you gotta know cases.
That's why you gotta know the cases. That's why niggas give y'all cases.
Yeah.
Now, what's the definition of an inferior court? Because, they said if the Supreme Court is really the real court, and they say all inferior courts, what is an inferior court? Peep game. It's a court that is subordinate to and whose decisions are subject to review by the highest court in a judicial system. So if they telling you if the inferior courts are state courts, so they are subordinate to the highest court.
Meaning that what?
So if the state try to come with you on some bullshit, saying you did some violations to some shit, you use Supreme Court because the decisions of the inferior courts are subject to review by the highest court in the judicial system. So if you start reading them highest court laws, they gotta capitulate.
Wow.
They gotta acquiesce.
They got to. They got to.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So peep the game.
But do you think most of them would try to take it that far?
They always gonna press back, man. But that's why you gotta know enough the way you can fumble and tumble with that shit. Like however you want to go grappling, you want to go stand up, or how you want to do the UFC bout.
Yeah.
Because every court case you go to is a battle. That's why I say versus. Just like when you look at the UFC, goddamn Anderson Silva versus whatever.
Yeah.
Court case, it's a battle. It's a legal battle.
Yeah. Wow.
So that's why you got to know enough law to where you can fumble and tumble with their ass. They keep trying to hit you with this, hit them with this. Well,
Right.
we ain't gonna keep going back and forth, because if you want to keep arguing with what I'm telling you, then that means you just treasonous.
Right. Right. Yeah.
And according to Article 6, you throw up that oath of office. That's what I'm saying. That's why they don't like nigga Moors. And that's why they trying to say Moors think they could get away with everything. I'm following this shit.
Right. That ain't getting away with
It
everything.
says all treaties made, so if I give you a treaty to say you can't fuck with me, how am I? I'm just flexing law.
Exactly.
That don't mean I'm above
He
it.
basically putting you back in your place because you already know you ain't supposed to.
You
do that.
expect off from the jump.
Period. Yeah.
See what I'm saying? That's why you gotta know this shit. You start spitting this shit. And that set cases up. That's why he was recording. That's another reason why he recorded his interactions. Because if you violate, I got you on camera.
Right.
Like, you can't say you ain't did this.
Right. Which is why when people be having their camera phone out now when stuff go happen, they ain't got the knowledge to even take it that far to where they can like fight the case.
Exactly. And a lot of people don't know law, man.
So when they record, they just put it on the internet. They just
Exactly.
spread free around.
Really, a
At
lot
that
of
point-
shit be for show and laugh and giggles, man. You know how
Yeah.
motherfuckers do it, man.
Exactly.
And that's what I'm saying, man. Like, really, they got body cameras for us.
Wow.
Niggas, me and you could get a body camera.
Yeah.
And when you have your interaction, just have that shit recorded.
Yep.
You see what I'm
And
saying?
if you know law and know how to maneuver, you can shut the shit down.
That's why they don't want niggas. You saw the book, Miseducation of the Negro. I think it's page 82. It tells you they ain't want niggas studying the Constitution
Yeah.
because the law's guaranteed, man. This shit is guaranteed.
Yeah. Guaranteed to shut they mess down.
Yeah, shut it all the way down.
You just gotta know it.
Now peep this out. This is something else on lack of jurisdiction. I want to show y'all this too. Lack of jurisdiction means lack of power or authority to act in a particular manner or to give a particular kind of relief. It refers to a court's total lack of power or authority to entertain a case or to take cognizance of a crime. The reason for lack of jurisdiction may be failure on the part of the parties to comply with conditions essential for exercise of jurisdiction, or that the matter falls outside the territorial limits of a court. So if you're not a United States citizen, you're outside the territorial limits of a court.
Wow.
And once again, only Supreme Court deals in contracts. So as a Moor, they don't even supposed to be taking niggas to court. They supposed to be taking niggas to Supreme Court.
Because that's the level they have to deal with them on.
But they don't want niggas to know that they're important, man.
Wow.
Man, do I get this shit? This out subject. I'm gonna show you something that Hitler said, man. That's why I be saying people don't really know the real story on Hitler. And I'm not saying I know it because I wasn't born then.
Yeah.
But I did some research on that shit, man. And Hitler wasn't the way niggas thought he was. You feel what I'm saying? Let me see if I can find this shit. Because Hitler said some real shit about niggas, man. I've been knowing this shit, but like I said, a lot of people, anything the cracker tell y'all not to fuck with, that's who y'all need to be fucking with. Any enemy of his should be your best friend, period. I just don't understand how it could be anything different.
For real.
Real shit. I don't think I get it, man. Damn, man, I thought I took that picture, man.
What was it?
Hitler said something about niggas, man. He was talking about, that ain't it. He was talking about the Europeans, is in charge of of God's chosen ones. I seen a picture, man. This nigga literally had his Third Reich people sitting down looking at videos of niggas. Think about this. Now, motherfuckers be saying, well, Hitler killed niggas too. But think about this shit. He killed more fake Jews who giving y'all niggas hell right now than any motherfucker.
Yeah.
Now, if he ain't like niggas like this, you can't warm up a mass murder, man. Well, we gonna practice with these niggas to get... This is just a rehearsal.
Yeah.
Now, when we get over here to these niggas, we gonna kill the shit out of them. It don't work like that.
Yeah, you ain't finna do all that.
You see what I'm saying? So if he really had beef with niggas, he would have went out the niggas first. Look what he did with them.
Right. Right.
Did he pump fake with the Jews?
No.
And not at all.
He was slaughtering them.
That's, man, I could have swore I took that shit, man. But
I
anyway,
would like to see that.
man, I swear to God, I know I took it, man. I cannot find this shit, man. I got so much shit.
It's so good.
Fuck, man. I know I got it, though. But anyway, Peep Gang.
That'll be for another podcast.
Yeah, that'll be for something else. But Peep the Gang. Now, all right. Now, this is the Federal Rules of Civil Procedures. December 1st, 2016. Peep the Gang. This is the Committee on Judiciary, House of Representatives. So this is the House of Representatives Judiciary Committee. Now look at what they saying. Federal Rules of Civil Procedures. So they telling you how the courts and shit work. Watch this shit. Now, according to subsection 2072, Title 28, United States Code, subsection 2072 says, rules of procedures and evidence, power to prescribe. Now listen to this shit. Let me blow it up so you can see this. Look at this. The Supreme Court shall have the power to prescribe general rules on practice and procedures and rules of evidence for cases in the United States District Courts, including procedures before magistrate judges thereof and Court of Appeals. Such rules shall not abridge, enlarge, or modify any substantive rights. I'm going to say that shit again. Such rules shall not abridge, enlarge, or modify any substantive rights. So your Constitution, the Constitution is what you call substantive rights.
Wow.
All laws in conflict with such rules shall be of no future further force of effect after such rules have taken effect. So once the Supreme Court say niggas can do shit, anything else that conflicts with the ruling shall be of no further force. So if the Supreme Court ain't ruled, like let's say for instance, like the police came to your house and took some shit or whatever. Stole it. You know they stole it, all kind of shit.
Yeah.
And you take them to court and try to prove that they stole it. You see what I'm saying? Like if you can't show where you got your shit from, you see what I'm saying? Like if you can't prove that the Supreme Court said that that was illegal, like he could get away with that shit, bro. Cause you remember he already got what you call that shit, qualified immunity.
Right. And qualified immunity is what again?
It's more like for civil shit or whatever. Like that's what I'm saying. People think like the police can do shit and get away with it. The reason why they get away with it is not because of qualified immunity. It's because niggas is 14th Amendment citizens, man.
Which is why they need to come.
So a lot of them high-profile lawyers is playing that shit. They playing their card. Just they ain't doing it in public to people putting niggas on game. But you know how like the lawyers can talk to the judge in the chamber room and shit. What you think they doing?
Wow. Like you said before, lawyers' first responsibility is to report to the courts.
See what I'm saying?
So they ain't got your best interest anyway.
See what I'm saying? So if you can't come with what you trying to prove as far as with the Supreme, like that's why I said you got to give clearly established laws and Constitution. So if that city or whatever you live in, the courts ain't got a clearly established law that the officer can't do that. If you can't show that shit, he get away with that shit. But if you can show in law where he violated you at, and according to Constitution, how can they just say some other shit?
They can't.
And then they be tricking niggas to fight for civil rights.
We already talked about that.
You see what I'm saying? That's why a lot of this shit be happening.
Yeah. Because we don't know law. Everything goes back to law.
You feel me?
Everything.
So like I said, it says all laws in conflict with such rules shall be of no further force or effect after such rules have taken effect. Such rules may be defined when a ruling of a district court is final for the purpose of appeal under section 1291 of this title. See what I'm saying? And then it give you that shit. But that's what I'm trying to show y'all. Peep game. Let me show you that. Now, it's two different type of courts. That's what we got to understand. Now, you have two different kind of courts. One is called civil court, and one is called criminal court. You see what I'm saying? So, civil court is involved any combination of private citizens, businesses, government institutions, or other parties. Typically, the function of a civil court is to determine liability of one party for the injuries, which does not necessarily need to be of a physical nature that are suffered by another. So what they saying is, civil court, like, you let me borrow $200 and I don't pay you back. And instead of you beefing with me and shit, we shooting it out, you just take me to civil court, you see what I'm saying, and let the courts handle it. Because either way to go, they'll put a judgment on it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So civil court is to handle shit like that, you know what I mean? Like shit, you know what I mean? Well, not tickets because that shit illegal. I'm gonna show some on that. But you know, like home shit, like you go, you know, you finna lose your house.
Yeah.
Shit like that. That's what civil court for.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Basically disputes. Just look at it like that.
Disputes.
Yes,
Okay.
disputes.
Not this big shit that they keep.
Nah. And you can only sue up to so much in civil court. Like, you know, you trying to get money back from a nigga. Like, let's say you let me borrow 20 rags, but you can only take me to civil court for like 5 or 10.
Oh, gotcha.
So you ain't gonna even get all your money. You see what I'm saying? But that's what civil court is, disputes.
Okay.
Shit like that. Petty shit.
Okay.
But criminal court, you see what I'm saying? Criminal court deals with, when they talk about injured parties in criminal court, they talking about physical shit.
Okay.
Like you hurt somebody, robbed, shit like that. You feel what I'm saying?
That's criminal courts?
Yeah, that's criminal court.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So in criminal law is a system of law concerned with the punishment of those who commit crimes. See what I'm saying? So for a crime to exist, you see what I'm saying? You gotta have an injured party. Remember Terry versus Ohio.
Yeah.
Now, a court has the jurisdiction to try and punish offenders against criminal law. That's what I'm saying. So if a nigga try to be, you know, you got into 3 shootouts in the last 4 weeks and shit, then you trying to be a boy and shit, you can't do that shit. It don't work like that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because you done did all this.
You can't, it don't work like that. That's what I'm saying. You still broke the law, like regardless.
Yeah. And they know it's you, so.
That's why you gotta know what is law. So you know if you broke it or not.
Right. That makes sense.
See what I'm saying? Just like you don't know what a travel is if you don't know the law to it,
Right.
the rule to it.
Right. Wow.
You see what I'm saying? So it's the same way. That's why niggas study law. So you would know what to break and what is broken and what ain't broke.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So peep game.
Man, we gotta get into this, y'all, for real.
Real shit.
I hope y'all getting some off of this.
Now this is the legal definition of crime. Behavior that the law makes punishable as a public offense. The elements of a crime typically comes from statutes, but may also be supplied by the common law in states where the criminal common law still carries force. Criminal is behavior either by act or omission defined by statutory or common law as deserving of punishment. So like I said, if you hurt somebody and shit.
Yeah.
So once again, if you run a red light, Ask the police, did you commit a crime? You see what I'm saying? Because if I have, that means a crime says I deserve a punishment.
Right. But if you haven't, then
And in order for a crime to exist, there must be a injured party.
Yeah.
So who the hell did I hurt?
right. And if nobody was hurt, it wasn't a crime.
And if it's a crime according to the Constitution, I gotta have a jury. So where the jury at?
Right. Wow.
You
So
see?
even if you like with what you just said, even if you committed a crime, they can't call it a crime right then and there. If a jury is not there, is that what you're saying?
No, like I said, you still got probable cause and reason of suspicion though. Like if they got probable cause on you, man, they can fuck with you.
But I'm saying like if you ran a red light and you injured somebody,
That's different. Yeah, that's different.
then
Yeah.
when somebody's hurt.
Yeah, then they can
say-
fuck with you and shit. Yeah.
Then they can say you committed.
Yeah, you could. I mean, not necessarily a crime if it was an accident, but like what I'm saying, it's an injured party, therefore they could come investigate this shit.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? They come have something to say about this shit.
Gotcha. Okay.
Now, peep game. Certain minor crimes may be committed on the basis of strictly liability, even if the defendant has no specific mindset with regard to the criminal action. Like, that's the difference between premeditated and manslaughter. You see what I'm saying? Like, you could snap, people snap and goddamn killed motherfuckers before. You ain't playing. When you get a premeditated, that means you sit down, nigga, I'm gonna get some
Thought
tape.
it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some duct tape.
Yeah.
I'm gonna steal a car. And you see what I'm saying? Like, you put a whole full plan together.
Yeah.
That's how you get them big numbers. You see what I'm saying? When you do crime, because it was premeditated.
Right.
For instance, parking violations are crimes that usually do not require prosecutors to establish intent. But see, that's bullshit. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why I put this in here. Remember I showed y'all? I put some shit in here to show you how to cross-reference.
Right.
Parking violations are not crimes.
Right, because there's no injured party.
There you go. You
Why is
see,
it a crime?
you see what I'm saying? It should be. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man.
Because you said they mix some
Truth
lies
with the lie.
truth.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why you gotta peep the game. Now peep this out. Although the court has been inconsistent, it has now settled upon the rule that at an inducible minimum, the constitutional requisites under the Article 3 for the existence of standing are that the plaintiff must personally have suffered some actual threat or injury. So this what crime means.
Right.
Like if you ain't injured nobody or you ain't threatened nobody,
Right.
you haven't committed a crime. That injury can fairly be traced to the challenged action of the defendant. And 3, that the injury is likely to be redressed by a favorable decision. For a time, the actual or threatened injury requirement noted above included an additional requirement that such injury by the product of a wrong which directly results in a violation of a legal right. In other words, the injury needs to be one of property, one arising out of contract, or protected against torturous invasion, or one founded in a statute which confers a privilege. So what they saying is it's a crime divided for you not to flex your right if they try to deny you your shit.
Wow. So it's a crime for you not to enforce your...
No, it's a crime for you if you enforcing it and they try to deny you.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's a straight up crime.
Wow.
Literally. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So either injured party or injured property, or if a motherfucker try to flex, they legal rights, and a motherfucker trying to deny you.
You can't.
That's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying?
You can't.
However, that the legal right language was demonstrably circular. If the plaintiff is given standing to assert his claims, his interest is legally protected. If he is denied standing, his interest is not legally protected. Despite this test, the observable tendency of the court was to find standing in cases which was grounded in injuries far removed from property rights. So in other words, they talking about injury, like you hurt somebody.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to show you, man. Ask the police, did you commit a crime?
Mm-hmm.
Like any stop, never say, hey, you know why I pulled you over? Don't never say yes.
No, I don't.
No, I don't. And if he tell you, well, you ran a red light or whatever, the next thing should come out your mouth,
Did I commit a
did
crime?
I commit a crime?
Mm-hmm.
Because according to Terry versus Ohio, in order for a crime to exist, there has to be an injured party.
Yeah.
I ain't heard no. Wait, what a hurt person at?
Right. Right.
And if this is a crime, where's the jury to decide that it's a crime?
Right.
According to the Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
So peep game.
Which is why you gotta know your.
Shit works. Peep game, y'all. Offenses are either felonies or misdemeanors. Such offenses are punishable with death or confinement in a state correctional facility or felonies.
Mm.
So in order for a crime to exist, it got to be a felony. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All other offenses are misdemeanors. Traffic infractions are violations of public order
Mm-hmm.
as defined in subsection 46.2-100 and are not deemed to be criminal in nature.
Wow.
That's why you write these codes down, y'all. Don't just be listening to this shit.
Yeah, y'all gotta
Write this shit down, man.
You have to.
You see what I'm saying? Write this down. Because you ain't just saying, well, I didn't commit a crime. Like, you can't talk regular to him. You got to hit the police. If he's a code enforcer,
And you ain't gave him no code?
and you ain't broke no codes down to him, you're not talking his language.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
If he enforces codes, you have to give him codes.
Right. Right.
If he enforces law, you have to give him law.
Mm-hmm. Code for code.
Blow for blow.
Yeah.
That's why I said, how you want to rumble or tussle? How you want?
Yeah. From the lip or the hip.
You feel what I'm saying? Now, peep game. Rule of law.
Babe, text my phone. I saw you call me. Just text me. Alright, go ahead.
The U.S. Constitution is the nation's fundamental law. I'm going to say that again. Even if you just study Constitution, y'all, that's what I'm trying to tell you, man. You are 12 steps ahead of niggas. Just by studying Constitution.
Yeah.
And not using 14th Amendment,
Mm-hmm.
but studying Constitution.
Yeah. That 14th Amendment don't do nothing.
No, peep this game, man. The U.S. Constitution is the nation's fundamental law. So you want to learn the fundamentals of law, study Constitution.
Yep.
It codifies the core values of the people.
Mm.
Courts have the responsibility to interpret the Constitution's meaning as well as the meaning of any law passed by Congress.
Yeah.
The Federalist number 78 states further that if any law passed by Congress conflicts with the Constitution ought to be preferred to the statute, the intention of the people to the intention of their agents. That's why they say notice the agent is notice the principle.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Wow.
So what I'm showing you, man, any law that's created that conflicts with the Constitution is null and void.
Yeah.
That's Article 6 of the Constitution.
Yeah.
You feel me? So peep game. Now, police officers enter their profession by taking an oath of office to the United States Constitution.
Yeah.
A non-sworn citizen need not know the Constitution as well as judges or police officers should know it.
Meaning they know it. Y'all just ain't spitting it to them.
You feel what I'm saying, man? You just letting them
Yeah.
dog you.
They know it. We just don't know it. Gotta know Constitution and law. Got to.
Pick this game. Supremacy Clause. Article 6, Paragraph 2 of the U.S. Constitution is commonly referred to as the Supremacy Clause. It establishes that the federal Constitution and federal law generally takes precedence over state laws. I'm going to say that shit again. It establishes that the federal Constitution and the federal law, which is the Supreme Court, generally takes precedence over state laws and even state constitutions.
Wow.
So if them crackers try to hit you with what the state of Missouri Constitution say, Supreme.
No state of Missouri.
Supreme. So according to the law, do it not say that the Constitution is over state constitution? Anybody right or wrong?
That's what it's saying.
That's how you gotta talk to them.
Yeah.
Because they'll try to get slick with you and hit you with some codes. But a lot of that should be state codes. And even if they try to hit you with Constitution, it may be state constitution.
It ain't United States Constitution.
But if you know this like the back of your hand, and they try, hey, wait a minute, that's not in the real, that's not in the organic constitution.
Yeah, y'all done made a knockoff for the state.
Yeah, well, which one more powerful, organic constitution or y'all? That's how you deal with it.
Yeah.
So peep the game. Check this out. So it's saying the federal Constitution, which is Supreme Court, or this Constitution, and the federal law or the Supreme Court law generally takes precedence over state laws and even state constitution. It prohibits states from interfering with the federal government's exercise of its constitutional powers and from assuming any functions that are exclusively entrusted to the federal government. It does not, however, allow the federal government to review or veto state laws before they take effect. Wow. So, like, even if the state laws take effect, as long as you know the federal laws, that shit overrides that bullshit. They just can't stop the state from making the shit.
Wow.
Like, if a state want to come up with a statute, they can't be like, no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So they can allow them to put stuff in place for that, but...
Yeah, and then, like, if somebody bring their case up to the Supreme Court, they'll rule on it. No, if nobody bring the shit to the Supreme Court, they ain't finna rule on this shit.
Because nobody brought it to them.
There you go.
Wow.
But if you bring it to them, then they'll make a ruling. Now, once they make their ruling, that's law.
Whenever they say go.
That's law. You see what I'm saying? So peep the game. This is what the writ of habeas corpus is.
Writ of habeas.
So, like, let's say, I don't know if y'all seen this shit.
I've heard of that from somebody.
But a few months ago, that nigga, the baby had got jammed up or whatever. I don't know if people remember this, because, Baby talk about the Moors, too.
Oh,
Little Baby. Yeah,
really?
Little Baby, yeah. He said, because he ain't an American. That's what a lot of niggas think that nigga an American. He not. I think he like Nigerian or some shit.
Wait a minute, the dark skin one? They more in
the baby, Little Baby.
Oh, the skinny one.
Nah, I'm talking about the nigga with the big head. Little Baby be whooping niggas. And stealing on niggas.
That's what, I don't know which one it is.
Well, the baby. I got them niggas. Some of them niggas calling themselves baby. Shit, it's a lot of goddamn infants out here. So I don't know. You know what I mean?
The minorities.
Thinking like a baby.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But not Little Baby, but Baby.
The one that...
The regular nigga, the nigga from
the
Charlotte.
First one. Yeah.
Yeah, that nigga.
The first
one. He had got arrested and shit. And as soon as they arrested him, he asked for a magistrate.
Oh, really?
And he spit the writ of habeas corpus.
Wow. See,
the Constitution talk about this shit.
What page you on?
The only time that shit could get suspended is like in a time of war or some shit. Like, if it's an all-out war going on, huh?
Because I've heard of habeas corpus.
It's on page 12.
All right.
Now, peep game.
Page 12.
It said the privilege of the writ of habeas corpus should not be suspended unless when in cases of rebellion or invasion, the public safety may require it.
So wait a minute, what did he do though?
Huh? I don't know. I forgot what happened. He got into it. Something happened where he had.
Not what he do, but like, what how did he enforce the habeas corpus?
Because he got a nationality. If he from, I think he's from Nigeria. He's somewhere, one of them niggas. He not like an American nigga.
So
he not like me and you. He may be I don't know if he a Haitian or Nigerian. He one of them motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying?
So when he used the habeas corpus, that's saying what? That
I'm
he's
gonna
not.
show you right here.
Oh, okay.
The habeas corpus is a recourse in law through which a person can report an unlawful detention or imprisonment to a court and request that the court order the custodian of the person, usually a prison official, to bring the prisoner to court to determine whether the detention is lawful.
Oh, wow.
So if you use this along with special appearance, so if they try to arrest you, immediately ask for habeas. Say you want to enforce the writ of habeas corpus. Say you want to talk to a magistrate. Feel me?
Okay.
And then you challenge you when you get to the magistrate, is like a off-duty judge or some shit.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? Like if the court's closed down and shit, but you want a motherfucker to decide your case real quick, like that's what a paraphrase, but that's what a magistrate is.
Gotcha.
But you talk, they have to give you that magistrate. You enforce the goddamn habeas corpus, and then you challenge jurisdiction. Show them your paperwork.
Wow. So if they say he did do a crime, then he would have to handle that on his land.
Nah.
From here,
If you do a crime, they can prosecute you. Like, period. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not like niggas is above law.
Right.
So just because you got a nationality of anywhere, like you're not above law.
Right.
If you break law, anybody can prosecute you anywhere.
But what I'm saying, when he used the habeas corpus, what benefit did he get?
He asked, because he challenged jurisdiction.
Right.
He went straight to a judge.
And when he did that, what happened? Like, what happens when you get to that point?
They walked him out the back door because he challenged jurisdiction. He said he wanted to put up a habeas corpus. He wanted to activate habeas corpus because they arrested him. So he said he wanted to do this. He asked for a magistrate, and he challenged jurisdiction.
And so when they found, like, at that point when they walked him out the back door, like, did they?
He still had his bracelet. They ain't even cut the bracelet shit off of him, bro.
Damn.
They just walked him out the back door because he was talking about it. He still had shit on. And that shit probably went over thousands of niggas' heads. As soon as I heard, I was like, see?
I'm sure.
That law should be working, man. Like, motherfucker can't tell me this shit.
Yeah.
It don't work if you don't know the right shit to say.
Right.
Or if you just know half-ass shit.
Wow.
Yeah, you may know a little bit. You don't know enough. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, it may not work then.
Yeah.
But that's why I say if you become in many facets of the game, especially if you come with clearly established laws and constitution, like you killed them. Like that's what literally, like you double whammy their ass.
Wow.
You feel me? So this is what habeas corpus mean. Y'all write this shit down, man. This shit is important. If they try to arrest y'all and shit, immediately say you want to get it on camera. I want to activate habeas corpus, and I demand to speak to a magistrate. Because what they do, they bring you to court to determine whether the detention is lawful. So if I'm trying to determine whether you arrested me as lawful or not, or if you have subject matter jurisdiction,
okay,
this is what you use, y'all. Habeas corpus, you activate that shit. It's in the Constitution. So they can't tell you can't do the shit.
Right.
Once again, treason.
It's law. Wow.
Peep the game. All right, we'll come after that. So, international agreements. So when you talk about treaties and shit, those are international agreements. That's why people need nationalities. So Article 6 says all treaties made prior to the Constitution is supreme law of the land.
Right. Which means it still stands.
So it's motherfuckers in Germany could use, if they got a treaty with the United States, they could use that shit. It ain't just about Moors. That's what people don't be understanding. Like Moors just think they got like we just king over everybody, which we are. I ain't saying we ain't.
Right.
But what I'm saying is it's laws.
Yeah. It's stuff that got
You can't get mad at a nigga if he using the same laws you try to enforce on a motherfucker.
Right. Right.
Now you want to get mad because I'm hitting you with the shit you trying to goddamn uphold. Come on.
But you going about it the wrong way.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's where a lot of people make mistakes, man. When you ain't got no nationality, man, you have no international agreement with the crackers.
Wow.
So peep game. What is an international agreement or what is international law? International agreements are formal understandings or commitments between two or more countries. An agreement between two countries is called bilateral, while an agreement between several countries is multilateral. The countries bound by an international agreement are generally referred to as state parties. So you can say that shit. Under international law, a treaty is any legally binding agreement between states, countries. Well, that's what they come about. A treaty can be called a convention. You call a treaty a convention? Well, what's the protocol of the Berber treaties? You can use protocol, you can use a pact, an accord, etc. But I like to use treaty. That way you just get simple and plain with a motherfucker. Like, you may try to hit them with the convention. They try to act like you don't know what you're talking about. But you know what a treaty is, motherfucker. Right. So, according to the treaty, such and such. Exactly. It is the content of the agreement, not its name, which makes it a treaty. So, it's the content of the agreement. So, what's in, I could call this motherfucker anything. Right. What does the shit say? Right. Because the name don't make it a treaty. Don't matter what you call it. It's the content of the agreement is what make it a treaty. Yeah. Just thus, the Geneva Protocol and the Biological Weapons Convention are both treaties, even though neither has a word treaty in its name. Under U.S. law, a treaty is specifically a legally binding agreement between countries that require ratification and the advice and consent of the Senate. All other agreements, treaties in the international sense, are called executive agreements, but nonetheless legally binding for the United States under international law. See what I'm saying? This is why Moors do what we do. Yeah. We making them motherfuckers put their feet onto the fire. Yeah. Like, okay, if the law say niggas, y'all supposed to do this, we doing this shit. Exactly. So don't get mad and try to say, that's why they come up with that shit, what they call the shit, sovereign citizens. Yeah. Man, those Moors are sovereign citizens. See, that's that kind of MTL pro shit. First of all, you can't be sovereign and a citizen at the same time. Sovereign basically means you're a free person. Citizen means you're a slave. So how the fuck you gonna be free and slave? See what I'm saying? But when you hear certain words and you don't know what that shit really mean, that's how I can tell when people be slaves. Now, that's how I can tell when niggas be goddamn brainwashed, bro. Because everybody repeat the same shit. And then you ask, well, you know what a sovereign citizen mean? It's a motherfucker that feel like they're above the law. No, it don't. First of all, it's an oxymoron. See what I'm saying? It don't mean nothing. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? That's how you know you dealing with rookies, man. But yeah, that's the class for the day. You know what I mean? We got other shit coming. You feel me?
That was dope. I was excited for something. That was it.
Real shit, man.
That was hard.
So when the police try to tell y'all, you know what I mean? Well, according to this statute, and if you giving them supreme laws and shit like that, shit is above. If you giving them Supreme Court cases, and if you giving them Constitution, that shit trumps all this shit, including state constitution. Because a cracker may try to hit you with that shit. Yeah. Well, Missouri state constitution say I can do this. What is the supreme law of the land?
Supreme Court.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
All treaties made constitution. So what are we talking? Like Article 6, cracker.
Everything else don't even matter.
That's when you start talking that Article 6. Article 6. Did you take an oath?
Right.
Uphold it. Didn't you say you upholding this?
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm giving you this and you pushing back on this shit, you are in violation.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Then you're a terrorist. Wow.
That's why we gotta study this shit.
My son asked me the other day what the definition of a terrorist was.
Listen, I'll show you. So you show him the real shit.
He showed because I was at work and he texted me. He said, "What's the definition of a terrorist?" Hold on, y'all.
I'm gonna show you. So you show them what it is. Here you go, right here. It got domestic terrorism. So this what we going through. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Involvement acts dangerous to human life that are a violation of the criminal laws of the United States or of any state, appear to be intended to intimidate or coerce a civilian population. This is what terrorism means.
Mm-hmm.
So when the police, when y'all be seeing motherfuckers be marching and shit, and they be out there with their goddamn armor suits on looking like the goddamn Iron Man that can't fly,
Yeah. Armored up.
that's intimidation.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Everything they do is illegal. Y'all gonna learn fucking with me at least. You gonna learn everything they do is illegal.
Wow.
You can't trust these motherfuckers for shit. I'm gonna show something on this boy. Everybody wanna vote for Biden. This cracker was on the Senate floor calling niggas monkeys and shit.
When they the original one.
But it ain't even that. He on the Senate floor calling niggas monkeys.
Wow. This was recent?
Nah, it's some old shit.
Wow.
Niggas wanna vote. Niggas is voting for him, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's why I said
Because
we
people
lost.
don't know, man. People don't research they self. They just going off of what sound good on TV and what somebody else told them.
Real shit. Peep this out. To influence the policy of a government by intimidation or coercion, or to affect the conduct of a government by mass destruction, assassination, or kidnapping. That's what they be.
Yeah.
Terrorism.
Yeah.
Occur primarily within the territorial jurisdiction of the United States.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? So this is the definition of terrorism.
Wow.
When you intimidate niggas, you influence the policy of government by intimidation or coercion to affect the conduct of a government by mass destruction. These motherfuckers, that's what I'm saying. All they do is terrorism.
Wow.
We under siege, man. Like, that's what I'm trying to show niggas, man. We is literally under siege, y'all.
Man.
I'm gonna find this shit with Hitler, man.
I was just thinking about this.
I know I got this shit, man. I know I got it.
I was just thinking
I
about
don't know
this.
what I had it under, though.
Man, this was a dope class. If y'all got any comments while we still on, we're probably gonna be on a couple more minutes. I'm trying to find this picture you got. But y'all leave them below. We're gonna answer them. Today was a dope class, man. I'm excited, man. I can't wait for y'all to hear these the playbacks from what we already did. Is that what you was trying to show me the other day with the Indians down front?
Check this out. Yeah, sure would.
Yeah. Is that where they got Batman from? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Look at this, y'all. Is this? Why?
I told you the European did, and guess who was rocking this?
Hold on,
shit?
y'all.
Look at this shit, y'all. Man, that's where they got Batman from. I told you, man, the European. Y'all gonna learn, man.
Wow.
These motherfuckers ain't creating nothing. Look at Michael Keaton, Dickie Hall. That's where they got it from.
Wow.
In America. This from America.
Wow.
Imagine an army full of these niggas coming out here looking like the goddamn. Look at that.
Wow.
That's where y'all come from. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man.
All right, we gotta go. We gotta go.
Hell yeah.
Today been dope. Listen to all the other podcasts, bro. Let them know where they can find you at.
Y'all can find me on the Book of Faces. You know what I mean? Tajani L. Bay. You know what I mean? Just hit me up. You know what I mean? If you got any questions or whatever.
He does a class on Sundays. Y'all need to check out, follow his page, get at him. But this has been another episode. It's the 8th one. Y'all can listen to the playback. I'm gonna upload them this week. But yeah, we out.
Peace.
Peace.